Because these shorts are not playing. These little shorts do not want to stay down. Okay. Hey, y'all. We're going to get into it. Part two, chapter two of like divorcing. Okay. So a lot of people trying to ask questions and like, why did I get divorced? How I got divorced. We kind of went through it the other night, but this is the second part. We got married in 2017. So 21 is when he got caught cheating again. Ooh. And then he tried to take my life. And then 2022 is when I started becoming more depressed that I even stayed. It was almost like I blamed myself for staying when I should have left. I should have left, and I did not. And it was just like this thing and I felt like it was too late to even move forward to go through divorce because it was just like, well, he ain't doing nothing right now, and I was making excuses, and I was just like, that don't even make sense to me. Like, I'm staying in a marriage, I'm unhappy, he cheats, um, he tried to, domestic violence, try to take my life. And it's just something about somebody putting their hands around your neck, trying to take your life, and you over here trying to save theirs. And I'm just looking like, what kind of foolery did I get myself into? And I remember being in a car and I pulled up to work and I just started bawling, crying. And I asked God, I was like, it got to be more to life than this. And I was like, it sounded weird. I was like, I told God, it got to be more to life than just this. I was like, I'm just unhappy. I'm with a man who doesn't treat me right. I don't have any support. And I felt like if I went against the grain, or against the collective, I wouldn't have got banded from their world or whatever. It was just weird stuff. And then God was like, give me a minute, I got you. So it had to take a little bit. I ran into certain people, this women group on Facebook, and yeah, so I got some life coach, I got some therapy, and I had to start building my confidence level and knowing who I was and what the purpose I was put on this earth for. So it took me that amount of time to get myself together. So around 2022 into 2023, yeah, I knew that I was like, I started talking about it. The more I talked about it, the more I kind of like had to, ran myself up like, we gonna get this divorce today. You know what I'm saying? And it just, because I didn't want to feel like I was disappointing anybody. And I'm looking like, why do you have to feel guilty for wanting a divorce? Like, everybody has each his own. But if you're just unhappy and it doesn't feed you as a person, is not healthy, is toxic, move around. Don't waste any more of your time. And granted, I was, 38? So I was like, dang, I don't want to spend the rest of my next 40, 50 years living like this. So I told him at the beginning of 2023, we're going to go for separation unless you're going to try to go for therapy, start, holding yourself accountable, doing what you do. And he was just like, I'm going to do this. And he wasn't. He couldn't, because the man didn't like me. You tell somebody, when somebody don't like you, you can just feel it. That don't even have to be nothing intuition. Like, you just know when somebody don't like you, for real. So the man didn't like me. And I was like, okay with that. Cool, whatever. I'm going to still do me. So I told him that he didn't really want to put the work in. I tried to stretch it as long as possible, but he was like, he just did not. He act like he was like almost like forcing me, like I had to stay in that marriage. You said you would never get a divorce, trying to make me be loyal to him when he was cheating on me. He tried to take my life numerous of times. He tried to like punch me in the face. It was just stupid stuff like that. I ain't gonna say stupid. That's not stupid at all. It was stuff like that like brought me to tears. Like, why am I even staying in a marriage with somebody at this level? He's not bringing nothing to the table. He's causing me stress. My life is just like, it's on standstill. I'm depressed. I'm like a walking robot. I'm working all these jobs and businesses to try to keep, the extra things going and so, keep this life or whatever alive. And I'm just like, I'm burnt out. So 2023, I told him, yeah. Talked to my realtor. She told us we had equity in the house. I said, let's talk about it. And then that was kind of my way of telling him, like, hey, it's time for us to move around. He didn't like it. He didn't want to move out the house. He thought, oh, okay. I said, you don't want to really want to work for extra house. You don't want to do anything more than small stuff. You don't want to put no effort in this marriage. There's no point of keeping it. So yeah, he had a little fit. He was walking around. I don't want to move. He didn't help pack. He didn't help upgrade the house. He didn't help anything. The sad part was my kid's father and his wife came and helped pack. My mother came and helped pack because we already sold the house. So we didn't have no option. I tried to stretch out as long as I could. So we all just went in and took everything out that we could. While he went around punching walls, having a big fit, he didn't want to leave a home that he didn't ask to have a divorce, but he also didn't ask to stay in a marriage and try to make it work or hold himself accountable. So it was just one of those things. And it was just like nerve wracking. But let me tell you, the minute I got into this house, I felt like I can breathe. I felt like the shackles was taken off. Like it was next level of freedom because y'all don't even know what it's like to be free from toxic, narcissistic type of individuals. People who drain your energy, who take everything that you have, who are just like neurotic, like that guy said on that reel. Just it's crazy how the takers want to blame you for not being able to take from you. And like the minute you get build up your self-confidence enough to say no and I'm not doing that no more, then you become the problem. And then all they're doing is blaming you. Like your post is like, oh, let me stop and do what I'm gonna keep doing for you. Nah, we good. Like we good over here. So he didn't quite understand it. He was like, well, we can't get back together, we can't do this. I was like, no, we're done. If you had a wife, you had a good thing. You chose to disrespect it, you chose to disrespect your vows. So yeah, divorce was not an option. Divorce had to happen. People try to make me feel guilty for wanting to leave. Some people want to stay together. I'm not going to stay in a toxic marriage for 50 years and be like, oh, yeah, it's okay. No, that makes no sense. I got children. I don't want my boys to think that's okay and like that type of living is cool. No, we're not doing that. We definitely not doing it. So yeah, it was just one of those things. I was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to be guilty. I'm not going to feel guilty about being divorced. I'm not going to feel guilty about being single. Granted, I don't want to be single, but I got hair on my lip. But it is what it is. It's life. But I was just like, it has to be better than what I was dealing with. And it is. Like I tell people I would do it all over again just to be at this type of peace and happiness. Because a lot of people stay in marriages when they know they damn well they don't need to. They're just trying to hold on because it's good to have like a little roommate or somebody to help pay the bills or somebody to lay next to. But it's a bad thing when I told my dog earlier. I was like, I don't like going to bed with a knife under my pillow. I don't like sleeping in fear. I don't like that at all. I don't like walking on eggshells. I don't want to make somebody unhappy. That's next level. You said good. Hey, Jerome. So it was just like one of those things, and I was just like, God, I know you got something bigger planned for me. What are we doing? How are we doing it? And then, like, granted, right when I got out the separation, I did a little situation share for 2 seconds. It was cute. Definitely needed that. Like a little confidence boost, make you feel good. Like, okay. I think that, yeah, we good. And then I ended up getting a boyfriend after I did a 37-day detox. I went on like a couple of dates, didn't like it, so I detoxed from everything. Dating, going out, liquor, cookie time. I detoxed, just anything. I just stayed in my house. I went to work, drank my water, I worked out, and I left it at that. That 37 days cleared my mind. Then I met my ex-boyfriend. And then we were together for about a year. But I mean, no, we didn't work out. There were some little things, but that's neither nor here or there. But I needed that because I was like, now this year I've been single, 2025? Definitely different. Definitely enlightening. But people are like, oh, you're divorced, like you're damaged goods. Like, no, I'm divorced. It's cool. I learned a lesson. I learned a lot about myself as well. So yeah, I know what I want in my next marriage. So yeah, I would prefer to have somebody who knows what they want, who knows exactly what they're looking for versus playing these games. Hey, Fernando. So yeah, it was just one of those moments. I was like, okay, God, I see where you're going. I see where we're headed. I had to date some bummies and some roaches to see what I really wanted. And then I had to stop playing about my purpose and like, what kind of man do you want? And what kind of man however do you want your husband to be? And I was like, Dad, say less. He's like, you can have what you want. It might take some time. It might not. We don't know. We gonna see. But like, for real, he was like, just tell me what you want. and we can try to see what we can do. Well, let's see what we got in the bag for you. I was like, okay. Well, that's like they say, you want to hear something funny, tell God your plans. And I'm like, I've been telling God all my plans, what I'm about to do. And that man just like, you better slow your roll. Like, Jesus, take the wheel. So it was just like one of those things. It said add a sticker. Okay, let's try. I don't know. I don't know how to use those. Oh, it went away now. So it was just like, y'all, I'm going through this whole new change, this whole new presence and everything. And I'm doing it in front of like social media. People are like, well, don't spread your business. Nobody said that in the first place. If somebody told me that my ex-husband was a bummy, I never would have married him in the first place. I already had doubts. And I didn't follow my intuition. So like this point going forward, yeah. I'm definitely doing better with my intuition. I'm definitely gonna ask the right questions. I'm definitely gonna see what it looks like. And men be like, "Oh, you're doing too much. You're doing this. Chill out." No, if I question it, I'm gonna question it. If you don't like it, so be it. And it is what it is. God will let me know every time. I be like, God, please remove whoever is not for me. Please reveal to me. Or if you just take them out the picture, cool. There's gonna be no questions asked. I'm not here to question you this season. I'm here just to follow your plan. I don't understand everything that's happening right now, but it's life, and life is gonna life, and we're gonna keep pushing forward, moving on. You get tired of doing the same things. You get tired of being around the same people. You get tired when you feel stagnant and you're not growing in the environment where you need to grow. Some people like that. Some people are okay with just being some grass. But what if I want to be a seed to be planted, to be watered, to bloom into a flower or a rose garden or something? That means I have to expand myself and expand my horizons. And it might not look like what your people around you, your family or friends think it's supposed to, but that's not for them to decide. It's for you to decide like what you want to do in life, how you plan on moving forward in life, and how you plan on going falling in your alignment, if that makes sense. So yeah. Oh, that'd be good. I mean, we're gonna have these little chapters. We're gonna talk about it. Like dating sucks, yes. And I was like, I'm kind of scared of dating, period, because I don't know if they being real or fake, and I'm looking like I ain't got time for it. So men be like, "Why are you on guard?" I'm looking like I'm not on guard. I'm just chilling with you. Like if you feel energy, you gonna have to feel it. I can't help you until you show me something different. I'm not saying you're like the rest of them, but what I'm telling you is there's something we're missing. So yeah, I keep it like that. I tell a guy like, look, I try to be as transparent as possible. I try to be vulnerable as possible and see where they're at. Some guys, I just kind of go like all in at first. Like, okay, I do this. I got this going on, this, and this. What does that look like to you? Are you going to help? Are you going to just sit back and watch? What you got? What you doing? And some guys like, oh no, she a project. Cool. A lot of men want a woman who's already done, healed, this and this and this. So, because she's going to be the project and she needs to work on him. That's what guys get. I'm like, no, I don't. I think with me, I need a man that's going to build with me. So, yeah. I don't even want to date anymore, to be realistically. I don't. It's kind of hard. I don't, I'm an old school dater. I haven't really dated since like 2015. So, yeah, me dating now and dating back then is definitely different. Me dating in 2015, baby, I had the dudes. I had a multimillionaire, I had like an engineer, I had a financial banker, like a financial investment banker. They all stayed out of town, they all traveled. Cool. I had that type. And I left all that for a dude that just showed me some attention. I was just like, for my ex-husband, I was like, oh, that's So it was just like one of those things. And it was just like, okay. And it wasn't even about the other people's stats because if they were meant to be with me, we were going to be together. So I'm not even focused. I wasn't even worried about that. But like, I know for this season, like, I know what I'm saying, he has to have a certain status or title or whatever. But I know that the man that comes into my life, I shouldn't even have to question it. I would know. But real men don't want to build a woman. They feel like they get tricked or got. And sometimes it's going to happen. It's the same thing for females. The shoe is on the other foot. Females get got, guys get got. It is what it is. But like men and women, they're too busy trying to win the game or all, to be the person that's right. You said you're back. You need that what? I told you if you need consulting, you can always book me for consulting. Yes. So yeah, I'm just saying, like dating. I don't know. I might be scared of dating. Is it a thing to have PTSD? Like dating, I'd be nervous because the guys cuss me out. The guys act weird. They try to find a reason to argue with me or yell at me, and then try to hang up in my face and ghost me or whatever. And I'm looking like, okay, I just don't want them projecting whatever somebody did to them onto me. A lot of people will try to start an argument with you just to project whatever the person before did. So he was like, oh, "Okay, I got me a dime piece. Let me do what that girl did to me, so I can feel better about myself." You said come to Dallas. I ain't far. Dallas is a hop, skip, and jump away. You said just focus on me. Well, I am. I've been focused on me for 2 seconds. Well, for 2 seconds. Y'all know I'm just now started being selfish. So this is my season of selfishness. I don't know what all that looks like. I just know I tell people no. No, thank you. I'm moving on. Thank you, but no, thank you. Like I'm moving on. All right, like for real. And if people don't like my nose, oh well, so be it. I'm only moving with purpose this season. I don't want it to be a lonely season. I would love to have somebody to call my own. I get excited when I get a man to call and be like, babe, I can't wait to see you, or babe, you know what I'm saying? Look what I got on, or I can't wait to get it popping, just fun stuff. It's good. It's so light to be in love sometimes. I love that aspect. Now, is it reality this season? No, because I don't even have a lot. I don't even have a roster. Do it. No, you get like this. Boom. I was helping my second moms do some content creation. So yeah, a lot of people do bring a lot of baggage. You're right. They how to control themselves when they have real women. And a lot of men don't. They don't know what to act. They don't know how to act when a real woman is in front of them, or one that's actually gone through some healing and some trauma and enough to know to understand it, to address it, and hold themselves accountable. They would rather deal with that toxicity and deal with something that they don't have to hold themselves accountable for. I think a lot of men and women run away from accountability because it's just easier to run than face some of the issues that they have of their own. So, like, let me just start fresh with somebody else, and let me start fresh with somebody else. Because at the end of the day, they're going to get tired of going back and forth. I'm like, I'm tired of going through the same cycle. And I was like, well, until you address your own issues, you're going to stay where you at. You sound beautiful, and I got a beautiful heart. Oh, thank you. I try. I got tired of arguing last year. Last year was a year of reveal. Like I told my ex-husband, he was blocked. I blocked my kid's father and his wife. They got blocked. I blocked my ex-boyfriend. I blocked a bunch of bummies. I blocked some cockroaches from my phone. I blocked these people, these karmics. They were trying to send me negative energy. A lot of these dudes, they're so hurt by, I guess, women doing them wrong. When they meet somebody nice, they projected on me and thought that I was gonna take it. No, and think that because they projected on me that I'm supposed to be like, oh hi hi. No, you just try to yell at me or cuss me out or create an issue just so you can do your little thing and then try to treat me like I'm normal. No, I don't need that. You good. I know you're right. You can't argue with people. That's one thing I won't do is argue with a fool or go back and forth with a basic. Okay. Last year, I had to reveal that. I had to stop giving my energy. People kept trying to bring me out of my character, and best believe I was being challenged and tested left and right last year. After the awakening, oh yeah, I was definitely being challenged. They were trying to find out information about me. I thought it was weird. People trying to get in my business, and I was like, I really don't have any business. I'm just trying to make it a pop. People expect so much out of you, and they're not willing to give you barely anything, and then they want to judge you and they want to prosecute you for I don't know what reason. I'm just like I told people I'm not in the season. I stopped answering that phone. I stopped answering text messages. I don't return nothing. If you call me and I can't answer because I'm busy and you can't shoot a text, then it wasn't important at all. People just call you just to see if they still have access to you. I told you I had blocked 2 dudes already this year. One dude came up to me with that BS talking about, well, I was just checking in. I was like, hustling, living, I'm grateful. He was like, well, I'm sorry you're still doing bad from before. And I'm like, oh, I'm not doing bad. I'm hustling. I'm always grinding. We out here trying to make a way out of no way. So what did you take from that? And he was like, with the thumbs up emoji. I was like, blocked. Because I said I can feel his condescending energy. And he's like a little government worker type, you know. And I was like, mm-mm. You're still going to be a lonely old middle-aged man. You're still going to be trying to experience life. You're still going to hold on grudges to what your ex-wife did to you, and you're still going to bring that to each relationship until you acknowledge that you'll rather choose happiness and peace versus holding on to grudges or how somebody did you wrong. And these men will never ever be able to really love somebody again until they address their own issues too. And that goes for women too. They hold on to what their man did to them or how their family acted towards them, and they want to keep projecting that onto everybody else. And I'm looking like we're not in that season to project what happened. It's not nobody's business. So people want me to. They want me to crash out in front of them. They want me to cry. They want me to act a fool. And I was like, look, I would love to give you that part of me, but that's something that I give to God. Like me and God, I cry to him. I'm vulnerable with him, and he doesn't judge me. He loves me. He supports me. He wraps his arms around me, especially when I need those in those special nights, in those special mornings. God always takes care of me, so I can never be disrespectful to the man up there that gave me life. You know. So why would I think it's cute to project any type of negative energy that happened to me onto somebody else? Because it's a transfer energy, and people will try to get rid of it as much as they can. And if they transfer to somebody else, cool. But now you're sitting on a trait to pass to somebody else and pass to somebody else. And that makes no sense. Now you're causing a wave of dominoes of unhealthy traits. Mm-mm. I mean, a lot of men are scared of me, and I get it. I am strong. I am independent. I'm a little alpha female, but I do love hard, and I grind hard, and I like to build. And then, if they're not ready for it, then I'm not man enough for me. I had to understand it. I just settled last time, and I refused to settle. I had to put little boundaries, put a little, standards on that, and I kept it pushing. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that this season. If I gotta wait a little bit longer, cool. Even if I'm dating outside of my race. I've always dated outside of my race, but like dating outside of my race, what does that look like? Because too, I'm not getting treated well by the men in my race, so I might have to move around. I say the thing is, people try to like, oh, you're gonna go to that, you're gonna go to a different race, you're gonna do this. Well, dang, if you're not gonna act right, and they not gonna act right, and that person not gonna act right, why should I have to sit here and endure it? I don't gotta do a mother effing thing but live my life. You know what a soft girl treatment looks like? I want to be soft girl. Granted, I still hustle and grind stuff and do my own thing, but like, yeah, I want to be in my peaceful era. I want to be happy. We're not gonna always have the best of days, but we're happy that we got each other, and we happy that we're grinding together. We're gonna make a way out of no way. Teamwork make the dream work. Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. You can grab your plate on the way out the barbecue and have a good day. Thank you. Bye, Haywood. And I hope that negative energy goes right back around to you. Okay. I hope you get everything you deserve and deserve. Have a good one. Bye. So every time you're like in the presence of people who are just negative and nasty, and I'm like, God, I know you didn't make everybody this nasty in this world. I was like, I was always raised to keep a better positive attitude about life. Oh, it's that regular chick with a wig. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. That is the cutest thing. I love a good hater. I love. I guess you ain't nobody if you ain't got no haters. Clock that T. I'm regular with a regular wig. Ooh. That's all you got? You got more? I'm waiting on it. Okay. I love a good hater. I think that's what kind of gives you like, it's like Super Mario when you get the points. A hater's always gonna have something bad to say, but if that's the best they got, and they feel like that makes people want to cry and hide, so be it. Oh, you got a wig on. Oh my gosh, you're big. Ooh. Okay, next. I mean, I used to like we were raised. I'm the generation. I'm an '80s baby, so my generation we used to tag each other. So you know what I'm saying. We used to tag each other. Like if that's what you got, like that would they would laugh at that. They were like, That's all you got. You got to come stronger. You ain't doing it right. If you ain't got haters, you definitely ain't doing it right. You're so right. I come from a strong game of taggers, and I taught my kids how to tag back, especially when they went to a different race school and they were about the only like kids there. Yeah, I said somebody tag you, tag them behinds right back, okay? Because baby, we didn't raise no weak minded people around here. A lot of people judge, but that's life. People are going to judge what they don't understand because that's not what they're used to or what they're around or whatever. People have a reason to misunderstand everything unless they choose to. But that's for them. I'm like, some people like the movie, some people don't like the movie. It's like, do you give it 5 stars or 3 rotten tomatoes? I don't know. So I let people be. I let them make it. And if they got jokes and they want to tag me, go ahead. But you got to come and be something better. Because best believe when I tag back, I'm going to be having you crying in that corner, crying for your mama, like real quick. So I want it to be known. When I tag hard. I just try not to put myself in that type of energy because I never want to be the person spreading out negative energy. People always have something negative to say or nasty to say, and it's just like, ugh, who hurt you in your life, or why is your day so horrible? Life is good. You got another day to live. You got another day to do something. If you got a job, you got a house to live in. There's a lot of people out here struggling and trying to just get shelter as it is, and people have the nerve to bring a negative aspect to this world because their life is not going the way they wanted to, or they don't look the way. And I'm like, I wonder why. You get what you give out. So when you want to give out negative energy, that comes back to you. And it doesn't just show within your personality, it shows inside and out. So you never know. You never know. So when people come at me with that, because a lot of people don't like social media because people will get on here, they'll troll you, they'll be mean, they'll do their little 1-2. And I'm like, okay, but I've grown some thick skin. I was like, okay, that's all. Cool. Ooh, my feelings hurt. Let me go call my mom and be like, yeah, this person on this, and this said this about me. Yeah, no, we good. My mom was like, well, you can pray for them, honey. I'm like, all day, baby. Pray for your haters all day. And the fact that it took time out to say something to you, clock that T. That made you extra special. They have nothing to do with their time but to come on there and troll you. So think about that. And they know when you're on too. And they're like, oh, she's on. Let me go say something mean to project that negative energy in the day. But when it comes right back down to them and something bad happens to them, they're going to ask God why. And then they be sitting there looking like Boo Boo the Fool. So I let it be. On God. On who? On me. Affirmations of a real chick. She on her shit. Okay. All right, y'all. It's been fun. Mama gotta go. I gotta go get ready for work. Yay. But y'all have a good day. I had an amazing day. I woke up, I prayed, I did my little Uber so I could put my money in stock. I did my first client for consulting. So I was excited about that. I can't wait to finish doing the content when I get home tonight. And I'm about to go to this JOB and try to figure out where I can find some money, okay? Because mama looking like, where the money at? Where the money at? Okay? Y'all have a wonderful day. Y'all just spread some love if y'all can. Tell somebody something like nice. Call your mama, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your little boo thing. Just like, I just want to let you know what I'm saying? Have a wonderful day, Or hey, beautiful, I'm just checking in. Make somebody's day. Pay it forward. That's all I ask for the end of Wednesday. Like, pay it forward. All right? I'll catch y'all. What's today? Probably this weekend because mama got a lot going on. I try to stay as booked and busy as possible. I want to be so booked and busy for 2026 that I can't count my blessings. I just have this feeling. I had this this chills come over me when I was like, I think overnight something's gonna switch and then it's gonna be like boom. My phone's gonna be ringing off the hook. Boom, I'm gonna get an agent. Boom, my tribe's gonna be here to help. Boom, I'm gonna get these movies started. hopefully by mid 2026, boom, I might be getting engaged this year, finding my husband, we'll see. So yeah, I'm ready for it. 2025, I had a busy year and I didn't realize it. I want to be that busy, but I want to be aware of it for 2026. So yeah. You working oil field? Okay, bet. All right, Fernando, y'all have a wonderful day. Bye, Felicia's. If you